What's going on YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. So Giannis's future has been a topic of discussion these past few days, okay? Now, a report came out that started this whole, well, I guess you can say it reignited the conversation, was that New York emerged as the only team Giannis desired outside of Milwaukee in the offseason, and the Knicks and Bucks engaged in talks for a window of time. Now, for those who don't know, over the summer, and I would say particularly in August, the Knicks and Bucks were reportedly in trade talks centered around Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there were a bevy of reasons why trade talks fell apart. With the main one being that the Bucks essentially didn't feel like anything the Knicks were offering was good enough for their superstar power forward. And the other being the Knicks re-signing Mikal Bridges. Now, even though trade talks fell through with the Knicks and Bucks, there were some people out there who still held out hope, thinking that maybe some deal will come to light. But the minute this happened, where Mikal Bridges re-signed a 4-year, $150 million extension, yeah, it was essentially over at that point. But now things are brought back up because of this report. Now, to be honest, guys, the minute the Bucks traded or waived Damian Lillard, I was like, yeah, Giannis might be out of there. Because recall that there are reports that Giannis wasn't pleased with the Bucks waiving Damian Lillard. I mean, and you guys give me your opinion on this, okay? Does this sound like a man who wanted Damian Lillard gone?
Man, this guy is one of the best players I've ever played with, top 75. His resume speaks for itself. You know, coming to the game, we both did not feel 100%, but we grind. We knew that we had to do our job. We knew that our team needed us. And man, whenever I need this guy, he's always there for me. Whenever he needs me, I'm always there for him. We got to keep on leading this team. We got to keep on setting the table for others, making others better, because at the end of the day, me and him, we are going to be great. You know, I'm so proud of him, our chemistry.
Yeah, if you ask me, that doesn't sound like a guy who wanted his star point guard waived from his team, okay? Now, let's dive into this report, because it says here the Milwaukee Bucks reportedly feared, let me put this here, the Milwaukee Bucks reportedly feared that Giannis would request a trade due to his desire to win another championship. And while a formal request never came, Giannis reportedly told Bucks general manager John Horst that he had serious questions about the Bucks' ability to contend. Now, the thing about Giannis is he's going to keep it 100 with you. If he thinks the team's ass, he's going to let you know the team is ass, okay? Now, because of that, Giannis is reportedly expected to keep his options open, meaning a trade request could come at some point during the 2025-26 season if the Bucks aren't trending in the right direction. Now, there was a quote that came out with Giannis, and when I read that quote, I was like, yeah, the Bucks better make some noise this upcoming season, because if they're in the downtrend, don't be surprised if he actually requests a trade mid-season, okay? So it says here, right, surrounding the conversation of his, him being with the team, the Bucks in particular, it says Giannis says he's locked in and ready to lead the Bucks, but admits it's going to be hard, adding that in 6 or 7 months, he could change his mind. Now, if you ask me, this sounds like a setup for what's to come. But let's get into the quote. Giannis says, "I've said this many times. I want to be in a situation that I can win, and now I'm here. I believe in this team. I believe in my teammates. I'm here to lead this team to wherever we can go. And it's definitely going to be hard. Now, if in 6, 7 months I change my mind, I think that's human too. You're allowed to make any decision you want. But I'm locked in. I'm locked into this team." Now, it doesn't help that another report came out saying that Giannis and his agent, Alex Saratsis, hopefully I'm saying it right, have been figuring out which teams could find a way to land him if he were to request a trade. So it seems like Giannis's camp is prepping for some big change, right? And I know for a fact that Milwaukee Bucks fans are in shambles. But what this tells me is that despite, because again, the Bucks were, I think, among the most active teams as far as in the offseason for making teams to or to build around Giannis Antetokounmpo to make him feel as though, we're trying to, make this team better for you to compete, right? Now it says here, as we're going to reiterate here, it says the Bucks were among the most active teams in the NBA this offseason in hopes of putting a team around Giannis that can not only make the playoffs, but go on a deep run as well. In addition to retaining the likes of Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., and Taurean Prince, the Bucks made an all-in move by waiving injured Damian Lillard and signing longtime Indiana Pacers center Miles Turner in free agency. So essentially, the Bucks turned Damian Lillard into Miles Turner. Now, I respect Miles Turner. Great player. But I don't think he's a needle mover for the Bucks. And I feel like Giannis is looking at this like, come on, guys. Come on, guys, right? Now, it says here, it remains to be seen if essentially replacing Lillard and center Brook Lopez with Turner will be enough to get the Bucks over the hump, especially considering the fact that they suffered their third consecutive first-round playoff exit last season. Now, I'm going to end the video with this, okay? Bill Simmons dropped a clip, right, where it says, well, NBA Central dropped this clip where it says, Giannis only has 8 playoff series wins, which is fewer than LeBron, who has 41, which is insane. KD, who has 22. Kawhi, who has 19. Tatum, who has 15. And Jokic, who has 10. These are Giannis's peers, and I feel like this could be part of the reason why he's feeling like maybe this isn't being in Milwaukee isn't the best situation for the rest of my career, and I want to win now. So check this out.
He's only have 8 playoff series wins. I'm going to put that in perspective. LeBron has 41. He's 41 playoff series wins. Tim Duncan has 35. Kobe had 33. Oh. Shaq had 32. Durant 22. Kawhi is 19. Jason Tatum is 15-7 in the playoffs. Jokic has 10. Giannis is 8-8. And I think he's just looking at this like, I'm just tired of, I just want to be in the playoffs. I just want to keep playing past, April 30th. And I think it's really starting to get to him. And he looks at Milwaukee and he looks at the landscape and he's like, now I'll be a year older a year from now. I've already done this the last 3 years. So I don't even think it's about chasing a ring for him as much as like just being in relevant basketball games in April, May, and June.
Yeah, man. So you heard what Bill Simmons had to say. And man, listen, man, that's a very compelling point, man. At some point, Giannis is just like, I want to win. And, obviously there's going to be people who, again, the conversation around Giannis is, he's not a journeyman or not even a journeyman. He doesn't jump from team to team like Kevin Durant, like people say about Kevin Durant and LeBron James. He actually grinded, but it's looking like, this may be his last season in Milwaukee. Now, you would hope that Giannis could stay with his, the franchise that drafted him, but at the end of the day, with player movement in today's game, anything is possible. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. Do you think Giannis will potentially request a trade, or do you think this Buck squad, as presently constructed, can make a deep playoff run? Let me know what you guys think about that. Peace.